I'm officially going to begin now. I apologize for my lightning. The light is not very bright. So good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, from wherever you're watching from. You're welcome to today's meeting. This was a very important
Good evening,
meeting.
Madam Secretary.
Thank you, Madam Aisha. Thank you for being so supportive. We still expect some persons to join us, but while we do that, I would quickly just welcome everyone and then inform us of, I'll just give a brief summary of this meeting, what it's going to be about. So obviously there has been some changes in structure, which we're going to learn about today, and we'll also learn how to become more effective as, ambassadors, and then also have a brief recap or new developments about the global conference coming up as well, and then have the question and answer session and any other observations. So it's going to be a very short meeting. We do not expect it to go beyond 1 hour, 30 minutes as signified before now. On that note, I want to appreciate the founder for this opportunity and everyone present here. Please, some persons said they would be joining us soon. Some had other engagements, but we know that they would be here with us anytime from now. So kindly mute yourselves, please, while the speakers, are having their sessions. Please ensure your mics are muted. We do not want any distractions whatsoever. If you can also put on your videos so we can see some of your faces. It's actually been a while, so please do that if possible. And then during the Q&A sessions, if you have any questions, kindly just indicate by raising your hands in the chat. We would see you and you'll be allowed to ask your questions. I hope that's clear. And then we'll proceed from there. So without wasting much time, let's proceed to the second agenda, which is a talk by the founder, Ambassador Daniel Ayodele. He'll be telling us more about how to become effective leaders. We really need that information at this time. So I would welcome him now, sir. You're welcome, sir. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Ejo. Good evening. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Good evening, Madam Aishat. Aishat, I really appreciate you for the fact that you're not too strong and you took out time to be part of this meeting. It only shows how serious you are. Like I used to say, leadership is not talking the role, but taking the role. Not being passive, but active. And that is what we have seen you do. That is what we have learned from you. You might think we're not learning, but we are learning. And that is the position each and every one of us must put ourselves if we really want to grow. I also want to appreciate the presence of my co-founders. I just have one here, Ambassador Cyril Oga. You're very, very much welcome. God bless you, sir. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being so supportive. I mean, each time we talk, I just get new inspiration. And each time we talk, you give me 1 or 2 reasons why we must be focused and steadfast with what we do, which, of course, that means a lot to me. Thank you very much, Ambassador. And to our able ambassador, Emmanuel Akaiso. Amazing, amazing. Thank you for taking this as a responsibility. Thank you for doing what you do. I do say to myself, all of us here, if we combine ourselves together, we cannot pay you. We cannot pay you, but thank you for all you do. Thank you for being so selfless. Thank you for being so committed. Thank you for understanding the vision, even more than others. Thank you for taking this as a responsibility. Emmanuel Akaiso, I want you to know that I appreciate you so much, and every one of us here appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you too. God bless you. Thank you.
God bless you. Welcome. I also want to take out time to appreciate the global president. The global president is not here now, but he called me a few minutes ago that the wife actually had an home accident few minutes ago, which of course they had to rush her to the hospital. If not, she is supposed to be here to start this meeting with us, but he's not here. But hopefully he's going to join us very, very soon. On behalf of the global president, I also want to appreciate every national president that is here. Thank you for all you do. And I want to appreciate our global secretary, Ayodele Lucky. The work you do is amazing. The work you do is amazing. Sincerely speaking, I know we are grown. We are in a growing process. But what you do is just exceptional because as we grow, we learn. And as we learn, we become better at what we do. So many people tend to cease from what they are doing because they feel, oh, I should be perfect. I should be perfect. Every leader must see growth potential in their protege. And that is what I see in you. Each time we talk, I always see you wanting to learn. And there is no time I throw the offer to you that you reject. I was like, okay, where is it coming from? What should I do? That is enough. That is when I see anybody that really wants to take up responsibility, I am always happy that, oh, this one is really open to learning. And that is what we must learn, that nobody is perfect here. I am not perfect. I am not perfect. The co-founders are not perfect. Emmanuel Akaiso is not perfect. Aisha Bashir is not perfect. We are all in the process of becoming perfect in what we do. And while we get there, we must be open to learning. We must learn new skills. We must do things exceptionally with excellence and integrity. This is what will make us stand out in whatever we do. So once again, I really want to appreciate you. I believe that some other persons will be joining us soon. But before we start this talk on leadership, I want this meeting to be as brief as possible. Before we start this meeting, oh, sorry, I have not appreciated Abon Osman. Abon Osman, sorry, I almost missed that out.
Yeah, Abon.
I am currently using my phone. So the full image is not displayed. For those of you that use your phone, you know, it's not, you cannot compare it to using a laptop. You cannot compare. So when I'm using a laptop, I can view everyone on the platform. But if I'm using my phone, except I have to slide. If not, I will not see. So I just slide now and I saw the almighty Abon Osman, the national president of Ethiopia. Welcome, Abon Osman. Thank you for being. You know one thing, anytime I see you or talk about you, I always imagine the all executive coming to Ethiopia and having a conference with you. This is very, very possible. This is very, very possible. There is no mountain we cannot move if we unite together. There is nothing we cannot do if we unite together. So straight to the point, we're going to be talking about effective leadership tonight. And effective leadership is very, very crucial to any organizational group, any organization that we grow. But before we do that, let me quickly ask some people here. Let me start with, I would have started with Aishat, but Aishat is not too well. Let me start with Ayodele Lucky. You know I always come for you. Let me start with Ayodele Lucky. Ayodele Lucky, what is leadership to you?
Okay. Well, leadership to me is a commitment to take the lead, set the pace, and then allow others replicate what you do. I think in some, because at the end of the day, it's not about you alone. You should be able to have people standing for you when you're not there. They should be able to represent you. They should be your legacy. So effective leadership is setting the pace, leading, showing others the way, leading them to, enable them follow you in the path, and at the end of the day, replicating yourself in them. That's just what I think, sir.
Amazing. Please, if you are here and you don't have your pen, that's not a good one. If you're here and you don't have your pen and your writing material, that's not a good one. I have mine. And I believe that every day we learn. As a leader, you must always have this. Whether you want to sleep, whether you anywhere you're going out, you must always have this. And by the time you keep writing, you will just be surprised with what you can benefit. I'm going to take another answer. Ayodele has said leadership is all about taking the lead, not talking the lead. She also said setting pace for self-duplication. Amazing definition to leadership. Now, let me hear from, who is here? Cyril, Ambassador Cyril. In 60 or 30 seconds. Can you tell us what leadership is to you? What is leadership? Because so many people are here, they don't understand the position that they are in. They don't understand. So by the time we get to define this and we elaborate it, probably we'll begin to understand. So what is leadership to you?
I thank you, everyone. It's so beautiful to see these lovely people gathered again today to celebrate on this awesome cause, on this lofty goal of making humanity better. I think leadership can be viewed from different perspectives. We can talk about political leadership, economic leadership, social leadership, religious leadership, leadership from the sphere that you occupy. In a nutshell, leadership is all about causing an influence, a positive influence, and making a people better than you've met them. Leadership is all about influencing a decision and causing a change around the human community. Ability to be in a position and the ability to cause people to do a particular thing, or ability to lead people through a process of accomplishing a task. And this is what leadership is all about when you look at it from a generic perspective, or when you try to bring it down to maybe individual sectors of the human society, and then you talk about political leaders, those elected to hold positions and to cause a change or to influence others or carry others along in achieving a particular task. Then you start talking about economic leadership and all of it. But as it concerns us here, leadership is actually influencing people positively and causing a change that is dynamic in its nature. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ambassador Cyril Oga. We really appreciate you. Yes, we are all correct. We are all correct. Let's get it here. In my own perspective, leadership is not talking the lead, as our global president said. It's not talking the lead, but taking the lead. But what? Taking the lead. Leadership is not about, we can do this. This can happen. We can make this happen. No. Leadership is all about taking the lead. People used to say talk is cheap. I'm sure that you have heard that before, that talk is cheap. Anybody can come here and say one or two words without taking action. But it is not occupying a position, but making an outstanding contributions. Leadership is not about occupying a position. It's not about you being called the national president of so country, but what? Taking and contributing outstandingly. It's amazing to understand today that many positions holder are not leaders. We have so many of them in politics, in business, in so many industries. A lot of people that we have there today, they are not leaders. They are just taking and occupying that position. And I hope we don't have such people here. I really hope lead, but we have people here. All right. Many position holders are not leaders. People only know the position, but do not know who they are. They know the position, but people don't know who they are. I have seen people that they are the head of so industry. They are the head of so marketplace. People only know them for taking that position, but that is not who they truly are. That means to say they are not taking responsibility of being a leader, but they are taking responsibility of that position. That means if you really check those people, by the time they leave that office, they will not be the same as they were in that office. All right. Leadership is not occupying a seat, but accomplishing a feat. You must know that. Leadership is not what? Is not occupying a seat, but accomplishing a feat. Remember, it is not taking the lead in a given task, but taking the lead. The question I want to ask us here today, are you taking the lead, or you are just talking the lead? Are you really doing what has been assigned to you, or you are just talking about it passively? You want us to suggest. We have given you a task. You also want us to do the research for you. You also want us to come and suggest what are the things you need to do. For any leadership role that has been assigned to you, what will make you better is the research you make. Because it has been assigned to you, I won't go back there and check. It's your responsibility to take the lead and bring solution. That is all we want for you. So it's not about talking it. It's about what? Taking the lead. Great leaders are not those with chains of degrees. Great leaders are not those with chains of degrees, but those who change the world. Ambassador Cyril said, leadership is having a positive impact to those around you. That is very correct. That is very correct. So you are not defined by, oh, I have also degree from McDonald University. I have also degree from London University. That is not leadership. I'm not saying degrees are not important, but that will not determine your leadership position. If you don't go out there and make things happen, if you don't impact people around you, if you don't make things start working around you, you must have your own impact. You must have a way you make things better around you. Remember, I said having a degree is not bad. As much as God blesses me, I will go back and have so many other degrees, get my PhD and become so relevant. But that does not define my leadership position. It does not make me a leader. It doesn't. It doesn't make me a leader. It is how much you contribute to the well-being of man in whatsoever area you are involved in that shows who a leader is. The industry you find yourself. It is how well you make life easy for humanity that makes you a leader. Outstanding leaders are not those with barrage of titles, but those whose impact constitute footprints on the sand of time. Just imagine, how old are you? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be referred to? What do you want people to know you as? What solution are you providing? Even those that we have given the platform to, they don't understand it. That this is a platform to really express yourself. Outstanding leaders are not those with barrage of titles, but those whose impact constitute footprint on the sand of time. There are people that are here today, and they are part of GGP. I know that because you are here, if you become so committed, if you become so steadfast, very soon you become a global citizen. There's no doubt about that. I know that you become a global citizen. If only you will open yourself up. It's not about the money, but how you can affect people, how you can converse with people. So leadership is not about money making. No, it's about value that you give. It's about value that you create. It's about value that you create. And I am so excited with what some of us are already doing in our personal feed, our personal pursuit. I see what we are doing. And trust me, GGP as an organization is standing solidly behind you. We are going to do anything possible to sell you, to give you out to the global market where you become visible. I'm telling you the truth. Very soon you will start seeing what we are doing. So I want to beg you, do not look down on the opportunity that has been given to you now. Because very soon, some of you will become generational reference. See, except if you don't know what you're doing, you become so good that people will refer you. I'm telling you, because I am there already. For those of you that know me, most of the things I do is by referral. In the last 2 months, Ambassador Emmanuel Kaiso can bear me witness. We have gotten 2 offers from 2 reputable industries, organization. One from India, from a doctor, a chancellor in India. I had to tell him, I said, Ambassador Emmanuel, I cannot talk to this man. We are now an organization. I can't keep doing things as an individual. Please represent the organization. That is one. We also have another one again, which of course he just gave me reports this evening for another organization that is coming to Istanbul, and they want to partner with us. Amazing offer. And he's playing that role very, very well. Amazing offer, and he's playing that role very well. So we don't want to capitalize on the money we are making, but how do we affect people? What will people learn from us? This is exactly what we want to teach. All right. Therefore, the real worth of a leader is the value he adds, the contributions he makes, the feats he accomplishes, and the impact he makes. This should sink into our head. This should sink into our head. You are here today. Don't say, how much am I even going to make, sir? There is no financial. There was a guy I brought to this platform, and I shared the vision with him. I tell him, oh, this is where we are now. This is where we are going. This is how we want you to come in. And the first thing he asked me, what are the financial benefits? I said, this guy is not ready. And that is what we must learn. People that come into your organization with money mindset, beware of them. Because those people will not stand with you when there is no longer money. I'm telling you. So we must be very, very careful, knowing fully well that GGP is not a profit-making organization. It's a non-profitable organization. And what we are here to do is to give people platform to become better. You and I want to change the world. GGP is going to give us all that platform to become better at what we do. Why am I sharing this with us today? So that we may all know precisely what we are out here for. So many of us are still here and we don't know what we are here for. We don't even understand. We're saying GGP, oh, we have shared the vision. Oh, it looks so creamy. It looks so nice. Therefore, I think I should be part of this. Those are not the kind of people we want. If your contributions are not held, if you're not making any impact, then you don't need to be here. Because for you to be here, we have looked at you. We have vetted you and we say, oh, this guy is doing well in what he's doing. What about if he brings this into this organization and we push him out to global? You are still going to make what you're making. You are still going to do what you're doing. And you're going to make more. Whatsoever you think you are doing individually now, you can make times 10 or more from it if you leverage very well on this organization. And that is why I advise every one of us, you have something you are currently doing, come and showcase your skill on this platform. Just talk to the global president and say, oh, I am a freelancer. I want to have a section on GGP. And watch. Let me give you this secret. We had a guest yesterday, was it yesterday, on this platform? Yesterday or the first day, I can't remember again. I have so many things on my head. To come speak on high skill income. As at today, the first message I received was from this guy. And he said, where are all these people calling me from? And most of them are even foreigner. He got 6 people from Ethiopia. I don't even know where. He got 6 people from Ethiopia that wrote him and said, oh, we want to learn these high income skills. And it was like, how? So many people going to him. This is exactly what we want to do. Giving you a platform to go global. Branding you well enough to understanding the market out there for you. You will never get such if you are not actively involved in what we are doing. All right? it is not about getting something to eat. Leadership is not about getting something to eat. Leadership is not about driving a good car or a beautiful car. Leadership is not about building a house. No, it is not. It's not. What we are doing here is way, way beyond that. Way, way beyond that. Leadership is therefore not an appointment. Leadership is not an appointment, but an attainment. We must understand this. We must understand this. And that is why we give out the volunteer form. Yes, that's how we give out the volunteer form. All right? It is not in the title we wear, but the values we bear. The value. Just think about it. Think about it, guys. Leaders, think about it. What value are you giving out? What value are you giving out? Very soon, one of the requirements to remain here will be, we need to see what you're doing. If you want to learn a skill, learn. If you want to sell shoes, sell. If you want to go into a business, go. Just start doing something. Just start doing something. Because that is what will propel you. That's what will make you better. All right? Leadership, as I begin to round up now, leadership is not an endowment. Leadership is not an endowment, but an accomplishment. But an accomplishment. Leadership is not about leading the people, but taking the lead in a given task. So you have a leading entrepreneur, you have a leading doctor, you have a leading woman leader, you have a leading a midwife, you have a leading teacher, you have a leading public speaker. It's about taking the lead in whatsoever industry you find yourself. Taking the lead and making the people, your audience, making life so easy for them. That is what makes you a leader. So if you are here listening to me today and you don't have that thing that somehow lifts you to your audience, that somehow gives value to your audience, you have not started. You have not started. I am looking for people that will be so tough on themselves and say, no, I want to start teach. A lady wrote me from Algeria and said, Daniel, I don't know what to do. My country is so stiff on politics. My country is so stiff on diplomatic. My country is so this, my country is so that. He said, but I love to teach languages. And I say, welcome. Welcome. You are welcome to GGP. We will give you a platform to teach whatsoever language you want to teach. If it's Islamic you want to teach, you will teach. If it's Chinese you want to teach, you will teach. You will have your own audience. We are going to so broadcast you to your own people that by the time they see you, they'll be like, is this not this lady? Wow, I want to be part of this community. The national president of Nigeria called me yesterday and he said, wow, someone that I have been wanting to talk to for years called me today and he said he wants to be an active member of GGP. And I was like, really? And he mentioned the guy's name. And I said, you see, this is exactly what we are saying. This is exactly what we are saying. You see, by the time you start creating this impact, people will not know the co-founder. They will not know Emmanuel Akaiso. They will not know Aisha Bashir. It's you that they get that value from. They will know. So the news will get to you first. The impact will get to you first. If it is money they want to give, it will get to you first, even before we hear about it. And that is why we beg you, irrespective of where you are now, start taking the lead. Don't talk the lead. Stop talking about the lead. Oh, I will do this tomorrow. Procrastination. I used to say, procrastination is a grave in which destinies have been buried. You don't want your destiny to be buried. You don't want to, if you don't know, ask. We have trainers. Guys, when we chose Ejiro Lucky, the global secretary, as the secretary, I knew she wasn't perfect. I just knew. Pardon me to say, I knew she was not up to the standard. But leadership is not about what you know. Leadership is coming in and be willing to learn. The first week, we had to send her on a course where she learned as simple as keeping minutes. We sent her another course. If she's here, she can confirm. We sent her another course on how to take records. We assume that the organization is sending, these are money. But what makes you better is what we are out there for. Whatsoever she has learned now. In fact, I have seen the changes. She sent me minutes and I was like, wow. Global Secretary, where do you learn this from? He said, I learned it from the last class, the last session. What are you contributing? What are you contributing? All right? So leadership is not about leading the people, but taking the lead in a given task. Leadership is tied to a task. Leadership is tied to a task, my brother, my sisters. Leadership is tied to a task. So we don't want people, and that is why we have an organized structure now. An organized structure that each and every one of us, we know what we should do. So when there is a defect, we know that, oh, this person is not doing what he or she should be doing. We know it's going to be obvious. It's going to be obvious. So once again, I call each and every one of us. I call each and every one of us not to be jack of all trade, master of none, but jack of all trade, master of one. Yes. At least learn one before you go into the next. Ambassador Siri will always tell me, said, there's need to focus on one area. He said there's need. That's very true, because we don't want to. I have gotten so many offers. Recently, someone introduced me to GGP Football Club. GGP Football Club. He had, I don't know how he did it. He had a design. It's just like when I was looking at it, I was seeing the possibility of bringing all these guys that are on streets to come play football, where we are going to have them. We are going to have them assigned to countries where they're going to be playing leagues and they'll be making money. I saw it. But each time I remember, focus on one. What we have now, let us develop it. Then later that one can come. It begins to stick on me. So it's important to know where you are. And that is why we have drafted this. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you into this organization. As leaders, we must understand time management. We must understand when to act. We are growing. We are becoming better. We are every day. I'm telling you, every day we are becoming better. Every day we are becoming better. And I know few of us that have been taking this role. I don't want to mention names, but I know some of us that have been, if they don't even see me post 1 or 2 days, they would have written to me, is everything okay? Do you think I should do this? And I, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay. So ladies and gentlemen, let us start acting. Let us start making things happen. All right? I believe some of us might have 1 or 2 questions. Let us leave it till the question and answer time. And once again, I welcome you to this platform. Thank you.